Okay, here are the two indicators that I use as a swing trader to decide whether or not I'm going to enter a trade for that week. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to bring up the ticker. Let's just look at MSTR. Everybody's wanting to know, have we hit bottom yet on MSTR? That I can't tell you that, but I would definitely start looking into swing trading it at this point. Here are the two indicators. You have the 21 EMA, that is the one that most people use across the board to determine whether or not we are in a bullish bias or a bearish bias. So if it is above the 21 EMA on the daily, okay, we're on the daily chart, then we have bullish sentiment, meaning we've turned the corner, we're pushed past the 21 EMA. So right now we're just past it, and we'll talk about how much past it, whether or not we're getting into the extended range or if we're in the sweet spot. So the other indicator besides the 21 EMA is the RSI. This is your relative strength index. This shows the strength of the trend. So if you look down here, so we had a green candle right here. Well, we're not above the 21 EMA, so I would not have even considered this, and it's a good thing because look, it kept trailing down. And of course, right here, the RSI is down here in the 20s, okay? Definitely not a go. So, what's a go? We want to be pushing above the 21 EMA, showing a green candle, and we also want to be above the 50 RSI, preferably pointing upward. And so then what you want to do is you would want to go to the 15-minute chart. The market's not active right now, so I'm not going to do that. But you would want to go to the 15-minute chart and wait for a pullback within that day anywhere and just pick it and then get in and then ride this thing up for a day or two or whatever. Okay, so the next thing you want to do right before that is determine how far above the 21 EMA are we. And so the percentages, if you want to listen to me and write this down, you are going to subtract the two. So if you're above it, you're going to subtract these two and then divide by the bottom number, divide by the current EMA, and then multiply that by 100. That'll give you a percentage. So 5 to 10%, you're good to go. Starting to get over 10% over extended above that EMA, I would wait for a stronger pullback. If you're in like 3 to 5%, you've already probably had the pullback, so you can get into that trade. Let's go to BTBT. This is another one that I love to swing trade. Right now, it's looking like we are current. So again, right here would look like, if you didn't know what you were doing, this right here would look like a good indicator, like, oh, we're starting to come back up again. But look at how deep the RSI is, so that's definitely a no-go, and we're well below the 21 EMA, but not here. So this is where I would say, yep, I would feel confident taking a trade here. Again, waiting for that little bit of a pullback after, the busy time of the day or in the sweet spot, or if we have a nice pullback at, 10:30 in the morning or whatever, and get in, okay? Here's an example of an overextended trade where I would definitely stop. Yes, we're above the 21 EMA and we have green candles galore, but look at the RSI. It is up here at 69. Now, this is silver. Silver could just continue to run with a little bit of a dip here and just keep going, but you want to wait and see what's going to happen first. That's just my opinion. Again, this is not financial advice. This is just something that I have been doing. Leave me a comment below if you use other indicators. I don't like to muddy the waters with a ton of different things. I just like to say, okay, are we in a bullish uptrend? And are we overextended at the moment? And if those are both, confirm both of those, then I would get into that trade. So, again, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button, let people know. I'm trying not to overcomplicate trading. This is swing trading. This isn't day trading. Swing trading is when you hold for, anywhere from 2 to 5 days or even longer, depending on the stock that you're in. More volatile stocks, you want to try to get in and get out within 24 to 48 hours, in my opinion. But again, once you're in a trade, you watch to make sure that it doesn't break that 21 EMA. And again, you don't want to, if you're confirmed, okay, we're in a downtrend. If you have to take a little bit of a loss, you do it to save yourself. But if you're still in profit and you think maybe it'll bounce, my personal opinion, you take a little bit of profit and get out. And then if it confirms again that you're in a bullish momentum, then you can get back in and ride it up. But again, that's just covering your bases and covering your butt on a lot of that stuff. So, and again, we don't ever go all in, You're doing 10, 20% max of your entire portfolio on this, but that's neither here nor there. So Again, thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.